Hi, hello, it's Hanako. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I wanted to talk about my 2026 planner and how I'm using it. I have 3 of the Sunny Schedule book. I first used it in 2022. Oop. My bad. 2024. I first used it in 2024 and have stuck with it since. This is 2024, this is 2025, and this is 2026. From the 2 years that I've used the Sunny Schedule book, I haven't really noticed any difference in the layout. It has stayed consistent, and I think it will continue to stay consistent in the years to come, which I like. I'm pretty confident it will. I think the only thing that has changed between the 3 years that I've used is the paper. I think 2024 is a different paper than the 2025 is. So yeah, I've stuck by this is my 3rd year, and I don't see myself changing or using another planner anytime soon unless something better comes along. But I think I have found the one. I am not exaggerating when I say that this planner has changed the way I journal. My journal ecosystem sort of revolves around my Sunny Schedule book. So we're gonna dive deep into it. The way I use my planner has definitely changed in the last 3 years, but I do use it basically the same way, so I'm just gonna stick to one. Anyway, here is my 2026 in a really pretty pistachio color. I obviously like green. I don't know if you could tell. I wanted this to be a set up with me type of video, but it took too long, so I'm just gonna do a little deep dive into how I use my planner, how I have it set up. I guess my goal is for people to know about Sunny Schedule book, and also for Sunny Schedule book to start selling in the States, because I know it's really hard to get it. Someone had commented in my previous video that they got it through eBay. JetPens does have their notebook, the Sunny notebook, but they don't have the schedule book. So I'm calling out JetPens. Please, please, please stock on the schedule book next year so we don't have to buy it through eBay or have your brother send it, Anyway, we're gonna go through from cover to cover. Oop. So I actually don't keep it in this beautiful pistachio green. I have a traveler's journal that I had made for myself, and I also made one for my best friend. We have matching ones. I keep it together with my Moya Moya Noto, my Stology, where I just journal random things. So, but for the sake of this video, I have put it back in its original cover, and yeah, so there's a whole manual. I don't mind for it. Actually, I really don't mind for it, but I could also just put something on here. Yeah, I think I don't decorate my journals or planner as much as I used to before, because the time when I did decorate and was so serious about it, it kind of burnt me out. I stopped finding the joy in journaling, and it was just a hassle. I was more focused on decorating than I was actually utilizing the planner or the journal. But once I let that go, I was finally able to really journal properly. Not journal properly. I was able to journal the way I have always wanted to journal. I know making it look pretty, it's nice and all, but I guess I just came to a point where if I'm making it look pretty but I'm not using it, then what's the point? So I focused on functionality over aesthetics. So we have the year at a glance, the year calendar. I have yet to figure out how to use this. How do you use this section? I feel like I could just like highlight a day or something. I really don't know. Anyway, this is just this. I don't use it much. I should, but I don't use it much. Or at all. But I like how it goes 2025, 2026, 27, 28. So you have 4 years in the planner, which is great. Huh, that's cool. Anyway, moving on. We have the year. What do we call this? I forgot. This would be the year at a glance, sort of. Anyway, it's separated to 6 months and 6 months. I don't know, I just really love the layout. I love the rectangle grid. It's not a square grid, but a rectangle. And I also like, I'm sorry, my lighting is really bad. There is a line in the middle of each section, just a slightly thicker line in the middle that helps you section out each month. And so the way I'm sectioning out mine is the left will be birthdays. So I just write their names. And then the right will be plans, just so I have a visual of how the month will look like, or the first year is gonna look like, how the first half of the year is gonna look like, how the second half is gonna look like. I've put I've put the 3-day weekends that I have, and it helps me to see if I could take days off so that I can make it a longer weekend. Maybe possible trips, hopefully. Yeah, so that's how I use this section. And it's on pencil. I don't mind for it to look pretty. I just need it to be functional. So I write down whatever needs to be written down in my year. Also, I put over here just like things that we have to pay. Just big things that we have to pay, just so I know what's coming up. And yeah, that's what we have over here. Next we have the yearly. Next we have the monthlies. The monthlies we have from the December 2025 to January 2027. So I really like how they do that. I don't know if there are planners. I don't think I've ever come across a planner that goes to the next year's January. I may be wrong, or I just can't remember. So my month has maybe I don't have a set thing, which I like. This is how I plan. Anyway, here is January. There is a line through each box, which helps you again to section out your days. And the way I use mine is I put how do I do it? I guess I put important stuff on top, and then on the bottom I do fun things like events, hangouts, etc. For Sundays, which are the days that I plan to upload videos on YouTube, I put the video I'm uploading or planning to upload. It doesn't work out like that. I am not as consistent. Things happen, life happens, so that's why there's like an X. I was supposed to upload this video actually last January 25. Nope, January. Yeah. So, things happen, life happens. And that is how I use my monthlies. On the side, I've put like focus focus or want to focus in the month, I decided to sort of focus on a few subjects. Like, I want to get into poetry and then knitting, or the history of knitting and all that. I don't know a third one, but I think I might just stick to 2 instead. So, and then on the bottom, I just have big monthly to-dos and projects that I plan. Yeah, last month I had put the gifts I was making, and that had to be absolutely finished by that month. So that's how I use my month. On the bottom, goals or to-dos, projects that need to be finished as a knitter, crocheter, and avid hobby collector. I just always have projects, and it's hard to keep up. It truly is. That's how I use my months. I do put in whatever future events, but I usually go by the month. But maybe I should start looking ahead. I guess that's what I have this for, to look ahead. And then once the month comes, I put it in my monthly. That's my system. Yeah. And also, I don't wait until before. What I used to do is I would always try to designate time at the end of the month to put everything in for the next month. But sometimes I don't even really get to have that time to sit down and really plan everything. So whatever comes up, I just immediately put it in my calendar. If it comes up in my head, I'll just put it in my calendar right away. I don't really section out time. I just do it as I go, and that also has helped me to be more consistent with my planning, or be consistent with using my planner. So we have the weeklies, my favorite. This is the section that made me fall in love with this planner, essentially. I think also, as I've pointed out in the year at a glance and the monthly, that small, like, just subtle lines, just subtle thickness of the lines, just these small details really shows that they have thought this through, have thought the design, but they thought of the design to the detail. And I know Hobonichi does that too, Jubin Techo does that as well. It's just really Japanese stationery technology. I love how there's a section on the bottom just for free, any notes you want to take. Down here, you can plan up here. I haven't had the need to use like a planner that has the schedule since, I guess graduating college, which was years ago. But so I think this has been such a perfect planner for me, because I don't think my mind just goes. I have a million tabs open in my head. I'm always thinking from one thing to another. This planner has just been able to keep up with how my brain works, I guess. For the longest time, I thought I was the type of person who would block out her day, have everything straight, and follow it to the dot. And it took me a long time to realize I'm just not that type of person. I would always fail to follow the schedule, and then that would discourage me, and then I would not be consistent. It was just a really bad cycle. But this planner, since having it, I realized that I'm not like that. I don't function that way. So the way I use my weeklies, let's see. Shall we go to what we have this week? Oh, see, it's really, really filled up. I put my to-dos over here. Again, I'm so sorry you can't see, but there is another line here a section where the way I use it is I put the things that I want to do, fun things that I want to do after work. So once it's past that line, it means it's after 4 o'clock. Here is just any to-dos, any tasks that I have to do that day. Sometimes, yes, I do put tasks that I have to do after work on here. I'm not strict with it, you know. If I don't get to do it that day, I cross it out, put an arrow for the next day or the next time that I'm able to do it. We are flexible. This planner allows me to be flexible, which I love. I really, really, really love. So, what else can I say? Again, there's also another subtle, thick line right here. And also, there is dots in the middle over here. So if you want to, you could section your days out into 3. So you could do morning, afternoon, nighttime. Morning, afternoon, evening. It's all up to you. It really is. I just love that I could be structured but flexible, you know. I know it looks a mess, but it helps. I don't know. If you look, I feel like if you just look through my planner, it is just, you're looking into my brain. It is just a reflection of my brain, how I think. It helps me visualize as well with the way it's set up. I really do not like the vertical layout, like the weeks, the Hobonichi weeks. That has never worked for me. I always like that horizontal weekly. So that's what. And then the bottom, depends on the week. Whatever the week calls for is how I use this bottom section. Ideas, video ideas, to-dos, reminders, whatever, like, you know, all these. It really just depends on the week, whatever I want to put down. So that's how my weeks are like. So if you do get this planner, you get a week for the previous year's December until the end of December. Yep. And that's how much of weeks you have, your weeklies. Then we have my other favorite section, which is blank dotted pages. Just blank dotted pages, which I'm thinking, I never really checked, is for everyday journaling, I suppose, because you do get sticker tabs for each month that you could put there. There's like a shadow to guide you for where you want to put your stickers, your tabs, and there's an index, which I really do love that. I love that there's an index. I have my knitting bingo, my side quests bingo on here, just to have it because I bring this with me. I have this on me all the time, every day. And the way I use this section is basically a bullet journal. Just how you would bullet journal. The original way, not the the original bullet journaling way. I have a legend that I just have been using throughout the years, and I have stick to it. I guess it's also commonplacing in a way. I still have to figure out that system, but whatever quotes I come across that I want to keep or remember, I do gravitate towards this journal or this planner to note it down. I haven't used it as much as I would like to, but it's coming along. And I have so much. Last year I thought I was using too much, so I slowed myself down, but I still had a lot. So I'm not going to be shy this time around. I think I'm going to practice some penmanship here. Some calligraphy, since the paper is I think it's Tomoe River, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I use note-taking, anything. It goes on here. I just love how, I could write whatever I want to. I think there was a point in 2025 where I was like, why am I separating notebooks? Why can't I just put it into one? And then I tried to make this my catch-all. I guess it would still be considered a catch-all, because I plan a note take on here. But I do have other notebooks and journals, which is, I use everything. My journal system has been, years. It took years to finally get to this point, and I'm so happy. I am super happy and satisfied with what I have now, and it's just been a joy to finally be able to use a system that I like and I've catered to myself. Anyway, moving on. We have the fun stuff in the back. We have the wish list. I've designed, I have added some decorations, okay? I did. I had fun with the stickers that I don't normally use because I forget. So there's that section. I'm trying to find, the original. So this is the My Wish list. It says the things that I want to do. And you have these boxes to section it out. I think this is similar to Sterling Ink's Common Planner. I think so. I think they do have it, if I remember correctly. But for the way I'm doing mine, because I already have a bingo card for my goals, I'm just going to do intentions for each part of my life, I suppose. I have not decided what, and that's okay. I think I'm going to have a solid idea by March. By spring, I'm slowly defrosting, even though I live in California and we don't have winter. But this is just going to be intentions, because I really want to focus on being intentional this year. It has been. I've been trying to do that every year, but this year especially. That's where I'm going to write. Maybe I'll do a little update another time. And then here is my world map. I don't have much plans to travel internationally, but a girl can dream, right? This entire section is not for what you have done, it's for what you want to do. So yeah, it says 旅行に行きたいところマップ. So things I want to do, but yeah, my world map. But for this section, it originally says my Japan map, but since I live in San Diego, I thought I'd put a map of San Diego on here and put the places that I have been to or want to, have been to, because I do want to camp and hike more this year. So I thought I could just record it on this map. Yeah. I miss Japan. Maybe one day when or if I live and move back to Japan, I'll be able to utilize this section. But no, I'm going to put San Diego. I was thinking to do California, but I don't know. We'll see. We will see. But this is my world map. This is my San Diego map. And then this is my book list. Again, the way the planner originally intends you to use this is for the stuff that you want. So the list of books you want to read. But the way I'm doing it is I'm going to list down the books that I have read. So for 2026, I have already read 3 books. Yay! Yeah, I've been reading a lot of Emily Henry books. Gonna read Book Lovers next. And yeah. My goal this year is to read 14 books because the year before my goal was 13. I did not make it to 13, but still I'm gonna read 14. Next we have my media list. It is originally my watch list. So originally it's my watch list of stuff that you want to watch, but I'm gonna put the stuff that I have watched, movies and I guess series. So I have put The Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, The Apothecary Diaries, His and Hers, which was really good, and then Zootopia I need to put in my review, but loved Zootopia too. Next we have this section, which is originally, sorry, why do I keep putting it away when I need it? I don't think I have it originally. I don't think you could see it. Whoops, I cover it. I have covered everything. Anyway, the way I previously used this section is I put a bucket list that, you know, it's just fun. I've always made a 1 to 100 bucket list every year. This year I've stopped that because I've made the bingo, and I guess that's just basically the bucket list. So I thought I could make a section for my whips where I could document my progress, see where I'm at, because I do have multiple projects for knitting and crochet, so I'm just gonna put it all in here so I know what to do, what I'm working on. And then here we have my shopping list. This is what it originally says. I think this one is my spot list, like places that you want to go. I don't know why it's sectioned out like this. I really don't know why. But yeah, I do like the grid. So this is my shopping list. This is stuff that I want, so I'm actually using it the way it's intended. Whenever I want some things, in order to prevent myself from impulsively buying it, I write it down. I wait. I just write it down. and then I don't think about it, or try not to think about it. Because I usually by day 3, I start to think, oh, I really don't need that. And things are good. I did put the Hobonichi 5-year journal that I have not been able to get, unfortunately, which is fine. So that's my shopping list. And then we have my treasure list. I haven't used this in the previous years, simply because I don't know. I really don't know why, but I want to use it this year, so I'm going to use it as it is intended, and it's things that I want to cherish. 大切にしたいことリスト. So that's what I'm going to do. Put things that I want to remember, want to keep close to my heart, things that happened, things that made me happy. I mean, it also says ideas, but okay, whatever. I guess that's what I want to do. Just remember things that happened this year that made me happy. I guess it's good to have it in one place. I think my thought process was because I had my Hobonichi 5-year journal where I write already the things that happened to me, or like the highlight of my day. I didn't need to write on here, but I don't want to waste a page, so we're gonna do that. And of course, as every Japanese journal has, we have the years with the Japanese years. We have the address in the back and passwords and stuff, and that's it. That is my planner for 2026. The planner that I've used for 3 years now and will continue to use in the years to come. Sunny's Schedule Book, Iroha Publishing, I love you. Please start selling in the States. But yeah, let me know if you have any, I guess, questions. I'm really sorry for the bad lighting. I really wish you could see. Thank you for stopping by, listening to me talk about my 2026 planner. I hope this has sort of helped you in the way you want to use your planner this year. I feel like I've said this before, but yeah, my advice is to just let go of aesthetic expectations and use the planner for its functionality, and it will help you, and that's what I did, and it helped me evolve the way I use, the way I plan, the way I journal. And I like it. Like, it's me. It feels like me and doesn't feel like someone else's, if that makes sense. Here's to being honest with ourselves, getting to know ourselves, so you know how we plan, how we like to plan, how we like things to be done, instead of following other people. I think it's okay to get advice, to see examples, but you really gotta use what you have in order for you to know what you really need. So yeah. Okie dokie. I gotta go sleep. I hope you like this video. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below your favorite song right now. Good night. Good night. Good night. Oyasumi nasai.